So you started with an audition tape, and then you got called out to cast. So you get called out, you're going to LA. Were you familiar with the show, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody?
Yeah, I watched it all the time.
Oh my gosh.
I knew it, and I had never been to LA before. And so they came out and they brought me out, and it was just unbelievable.
I'm sure. So you're a fan of the show. You know the powerhouse that is the Disney Channel and the importance of this audition. What was the actual audition like? Were you with any of the existing characters?
I was with Brenda Song and Dylan and Cole Sprouse, who play London, Tipton, and Zack and Cody. And I went in there, and I was reading against two other girls. And I went in there, and I was the only one that got called back, and I didn't want to get my hopes up, but I thought that was a good sign.
And then you booked it.
And then I booked it.
And then you start shooting. So you live in Keller. You guys have a house out here.
Yes, we do.
And so you're kind of back and forth. Mom has bared the slings and arrows of your acting career. So then you go out and you're shooting in LA. How many episodes have you shot?
We've shot about 20, and I was in about 16 of them.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay, so how does that work with you? I mean, you obviously have to pick up, leave your friends, you're leaving school, everything that you know in North Texas. Were you ready to make the transition?
Ready? I don't know. But, you know, I did it, and I had a lot of people that really supported me the whole time. You know, they said they would miss me, but they always send me phone calls and text messages and care packages letting me know they're thinking about me. So.
Okay, well, we're familiar with this show, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. What makes this show different? Is it a little bit older now? Is everybody kind of growing up on the show?
People are growing up. They're still Zack and Cody, so they still have their shenanigans, but they're growing up and they're more mature. And London is kind of taking more responsibility for herself. And then we're also on a boat, and so we're traveling to different ports of call, and we're seeing the world, which is really, really fun.
Okay, so you're still in class. It's like a semester at sea. So some of those, like you said, those existing characters are on there, and I believe Mr. Mosby and,
yes, he is.
And everyone is still there. So what was it like to enter into a set that was already in process, or already in progress? Are you kind of nervous? It's kind of like starting the first day of school all over again to meet everybody?
I was intimidated, but you know, I went in there, and everyone, they all have their flow, and they know how to do what they're doing. And so coming in there and, you know, just kind of being thrown in, it was hard, but there were a lot of people there that really wanted me to feel at home and comfortable, and so I don't know what I would do without like the writers and the entire production team, as well as, you know, I've learned a lot from Dylan and Cole and Brenda and Phil.
It sounds like you're really grateful and that you're having a really good time out there. You know, a lot of times, you know, you being a teen star, certainly on the Disney Channel, you bear the slings and arrows of being in the limelight, and we've seen many of the teens on Disney Channel bear the slings and arrows of being in the limelight. How do you handle that pressure to be a good role model for those kids that look up to you?
Yeah, I'm a kid. I just think about, you know, when I was back home babysitting, the kind of person that I was and the kind of role model that I was for the kids I would babysit, and now it's just kind of that on a grand scale. Okay. And so I just think about, you know, being myself, and I know that, you know, what I stand for, it has to be really, really strong when I go out there, because I've kind of seen it pressed, but as long as I've got the support team, which I have.
And you've got your mom in the studio right now who brought you in here. I know, it's really great. So you've got obviously a strong tie with your family. They're going back and forth from North Texas to LA for you. Yeah. What do you miss most about Keller? Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your school?
Yeah, I miss my school. I was on drill team there, so I was a dancer, and I was very plugged in. That I miss a lot. I miss that a lot. And my church, I was really plugged in there, and we would always hang out outside, and it was just so much fun.
What do your friends and family here think of this whole, you know, experience that you're on TV now? Is it kind of surreal for them too?
It's definitely surreal, because, you know, occasionally it's like they'll flip it on and there I am, you know, and they just freak out. But they support me a lot. You know, they tell me how proud they are of me, and just they keep me strong. And I don't know what I would do without them.
I'm sure they do. Well, it's really great chatting with you, Debbie. When can we see The Sweet Life on deck? When does it air?
On Fridays at 8, 7 Central.
Fridays, and it's already on Play, right? It's already in there and it's running?
It premiered late September. And we've got new ones every Friday.
Very cool. Well, welcome back to North Texas. Go enjoy some North Texan fun and see your friends while you're here. And it was really great to meet you. And remember, The Sweet Life on Deck, it airs on Friday nights on the Disney Channel.